/free.
In this week's Marketers Report, Patrizio Spagnoletto, Global Chief Marketing Officer, Direct-to-Consumer for Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on building trust.
Trust is a really hard thing to build and a really easy thing to destroy, and we have to be very respectful about that. Our partnership with iHeart has really helped us build that trust and that relationship with the on-air talent.
As the #1 audio company, iHeart Media gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. Go to iHeartResults.com for more.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Shop hot deals at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Take up to 40% off Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour shoes. Get 20% off select bikes for the family. And get up to 25% off Adidas and Under Armour clothing. Get great brands at the best prices. Deals end April 2nd. Exclusions and restrictions apply. See academy.com/disclaimers for details.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial #546 on your cell phone. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeart radio station. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks again for listening all week. We appreciate it greatly on this beautiful Thursday. Hope you've had a wonderful week. Hope you have a big weekend planned. Lots of gorgeous weather coming our way, so enjoy it. And what better guy to have on to do that? We'll get to him here in 1 second. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And so is Jack.
Hi.
And so is Ross.
Well, look who it is.
Good and loud for our buddy Brendan O'Connor from Bungalower.com.
Oh, yeah. Yes, baby. Yes.
What's up there, buddy?
Hey, I enjoy your company as well.
Thank you so much. You know, I hear that I'm just a sideshow to this thing. I'm the fourth choice of the listeners. So do your best.
Out of best friends?
Yeah, on the best friend thing. Apparently, my perception is I'm a terrible best friend. I concur. I just had to admit that very thing to somebody 2 days ago.
I think the only way to figure this out is for you each to have your best friend call in, and we can interview them live and just hear like what they have to say about your best friend skills.
That's a good idea.
Gonna have to give Jack a month or so.
Yeah, you might have to put me at the end of the list. I think Jimmy just passed me.
I got one. Jack is questionable.
You have best friend, Jack?
We're adults. We don't have time for that stuff. We're not children like Ross.
Ross,
Brendan.
Quality of life.
Yeah. Imagine being so old that you're like, I don't have time for friends.
Look at this guy coming, taking shots at me. All I've done is help you fun.
We come into this life alone and we leave it alone.
Yeah, right? It's very Nietzsche.
Jim Colbert.
All right, Brendan O'Connor works for Bungalower.com. When I say works for, it's him. He is Bungalower.com. That's Bunga lower.com. You can find out cool stuff here in Central Florida. He calls us every Thursday to tell us what's happening in Central Florida this weekend. So, buddy, let's have it. What's going on?
Well, first I need to address that. First, I do work for. I don't own it. I do work for it.
I thought it was yours.
Employees. Oh no, I'm the editor, and there's someone who owns it, and I run it like I own it.
You got it. My apologies.
No, you're good. Before he yells at me again for letting people think that I own it.
Okay, we don't need that.
We'll get ahead of it. And I do need to say also the Scrub Jay issue. I was listening. I love listening on Thursdays, just so I get the context of what you're talking about. The Scrub Jay issue is because Scrub Jays are endemic to certain parts like scrubland. They only live on Florida scrubland, and that's the easiest terrain to develop in Florida. So if you have them as the national state bird, it makes it easier to develop spaces in Florida.
Wow.
So it's a development.
3D chess there.
Now you're explaining it. Go, kids. Go, kids. Get the Scrub Jay.
In environmental growth management, so I'll tell you.
Hey, that's that same thing with gopher turtles, right? They can shut down an entire project as well.
Which is why they're lessening their protections as well right now, because they're running out of spots where you can develop. Makes it, you got to push these little critters to the side if you want to be swinging some hammers.
All right, buddy. What's going on this weekend?
That's
MegaCon. It's MegaCon weekend. So if you're in the iDrive area, or even it's kind of spilling out all over the region now. There's after parties, off-campus parties. You're going to see anime kids. You're going to see Star Trek kids. People dressed as hobbits. It's just going to be people in sci-fi drag everywhere, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to smile and nod. It's great. MegaCon's taking place at the Orange County Convention Center from now through April 2nd. And I'm going to be there tomorrow interviewing people in a latex Uhura dress, and I'm super excited.
Wow.
Oh, you had me at latex.
Wow.
I
Wow,
took my
man.
first spin at bingo, and everybody liked it. So that's how I was like, this is the one. This is the outfit for MegaCon.
So solid. Latex Uhura. That's a good move. Good for you.
Good. It's good. Thank you. And then well, you guys will just have to tune in on our Instagram to see what's happening.
Got to be careful with that makeup, buddy. Just giving you heads.
Well, you don't like it?
No, I'm just saying you got to be careful with that makeup.
In latex or?
Yeah. No, you're good. Go ahead. I was making a blackface joke.
Oh, well,
There you go.
true. Because when I put the black on my beard, yeah,
That's right.
when I kiss them, or if I'm making out with someone's husband, I'm like, everyone's going to know.
Okay.
It's shoe polish everywhere.
Next.
Maitland Jazz and Blues Festival is this weekend. You like jazz and or blues and or Maitland?
Where are they? Where are they doing that? I'm interested to see where they're doing that. There's not really a place for things like that in Maitland.
Well, they have the new Maitland. It's the downtown Maitland Civic Center area.
Over by Lake Lily.
Yeah, just up the street from there.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
They have a bunch of restaurants in there, some things facing the back. Yeah, that's a cool little area. They actually made like an outdoor courtyard area.
Got it.
Public.
I know where you're talking about now. I did not know that's what they called that though. It's across from the new fire station.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
just up the street from the Art and History Museum's Maitland,
Yep,
which we talk
yep.
about all the time. Yeah. It's Bike the Mayor to Work Day tomorrow morning. They call it Bike to Work Day, but you're really just biking the mayor through downtown Orlando, dropping him off at City Hall, and then calling it a day. So we've always underhandedly called it Bike the Mayor to Work Day for as long as they've been doing it. Super cool way to get to see downtown. It's a bike ride escorted by the Orlando police, so you can feel safe if you're a little bit nervous about trying to find like a route to work. If you live near there, could be an interesting way to do it. And maybe hobnob with the commissioners and stuff, or ask them about that 6-month moratorium they put on nightclubs. Just perfect opportunity.
Nothing more they'd love to talk about on a bike ride to work than that.
Yeah.
When is that?
Tomorrow morning. It starts at 7 a.m. registration. I believe the bikes leave at 8 a.m. from Lake Lorna Dune Park, which is right by Camping World Stadium.
Woof.
That is early.
Yeah, that is early, buddy. And it's not golf.
Yeah. They have a little golf course there at Lake Lorna Dune.
I'll do that.
Yeah. So you could wake up, trick yourself into getting up early to hit a couple balls and then hop on a bike.
Boom, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Matroda. This is a big DJ coming to the Vanguard. If that's your bag, I can tell it's not, so we'll keep going. Orlando City.
Yeah. It is not. I'm gonna tell you straight up. It is
our
not.
digital room. It was just gone, just completely quiet. So Orlando City Soccer is playing Nashville Saturday. Super exciting. Did you guys go to the last? I was at the U.S. men's game.
Oh man, I'm jealous.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Qatar Airways for the tickets.
You saw Daryl DK back in the Orlando City Exploria Stadium.
I did, and DK, I gotta say, what a much better player now that he's not with us. I was just impressed. He's like a monster. He was all over the place.
It's really cool when you have young Americans play here in the MLS and then you get invested in their journey. We drafted a soccer player that now plays over in Europe.
That's cool.
So everybody here in Orlando is, we always follow the players that have really bright futures.
And I love that I've been casually following soccer enough that I know who some of these people are.
Hell yeah.
Felt so cool. I was next to all these straight guys who had no idea what was happening during the soccer game. It was their first time ever. They kept standing up and blocking people's view, and I had to tell them how to be at a soccer game and then who they were watching, and I felt very cool and very butch all of a sudden. Yeah, thank you. So thank you to those men for that opportunity. Spring
Yeah,
Fiesta in the park is taking place at Lake Eola Park. So it's one of the longest running things happening downtown. If you need to buy some doilies or some craft stuff or just want to eat meat on a stick, this is a great opportunity for you to do all of those things at
That's
Lake
right.
Eola. Saturday.
Family and pet friendly. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Plus, like a couple hundred vendors, or it's always a big deal.
Just takes over the whole thing, all the streets around it. Yeah, maybe ride your bike. That's my tip again. And actually, if that gets boring, just hop on over to Thornton Park. We're just on the other side of Lake Eola, and they're having a baseball crawl, food, drinks, and raffle prizes, and I believe baseball is involved somehow. I don't know if you're watching it or pretending to hit baseballs, but it's a baseball themed bar crawl.
They'll probably have
Cool.
They'll probably have the games on all the TVs on the bars that are involved with it. I see it starting at Graffiti Junction.
Yeah. Are you following along on my event roundup on bungalower.com, Jim Colbert?
The reason why is it's easy. It's right up front. I can click on it and I have everything you're talking about, and I can kind of get an idea of what's happening. It's perfect.
I love it. I love that we evolved to this. It only took what, 5 years?
Yeah. I catch on quick, but once I get there, it's pretty solid.
I just started making it for you on Thursdays. This is all perfect for you, buddy. There's a bookshop in Audubon Park. This is a little bit niche, but I think it's really cool. So there's a bookshop called Joybird Books. It's near East End Market. They are now partnering with a group that is making this Orlando Community Art Supply Closet. So if you're an artist and you're finding it maybe a little difficult to get your hand on some art supplies right now because you don't have the budget, you can go to this spot at the back of this bookshop and you can now get free art supplies. Or if you have some like well-loved pieces or things that you just don't need anymore, maybe you finished a project, you have a bunch of things left over, you can donate it to them. And people can just come and go like a little free library, but for art supplies.
That's
That
very
is
cool.
so cool.
And by the way, it is expensive. Man, if you buy paint, like art paint from a store, you genuinely cannot believe how much that stuff is. Some of that stuff is $18-20 a tube, and the tube is like an ounce and a half.
Yeah,
it's
so get it for free.
ridiculous.
I'm
That's
really
awesome.
excited about it. I love this kind of stuff.
That
It's
is
so
a great
hippie.
program.
It's so 70s. I'm 60s, 70s. I love it. It's called Joybird Books. They're opening it for the first time noon to 4 p.m. this Saturday. I can't talk about it enough. I think it's so cool.
That is a great program.
There's the Guns and Hoses hockey showdown between Orlando police and firefighters. They're going to be over at Amway, and Solar Bears is powering this showdown, which I think is so cool. They're going to drop the puck around 2 p.m. at the Amway Center. And John Bussecker, my co-host, he has played on a few of these hockey teams, and it's really intense. They go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is he playing with the cops?
He's no longer with them.
Oh, no
Really?
way. Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, the drug tests come back?
It's official. No. Yeah, you hang out with me long enough, it might be osmosis. No, he's working with Mo DeWitt now.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he's their marketing guy. So he's no longer the chief storyteller for the sheriff's department. But I think they have somebody else going into that position relatively.
Good.
Mm-hmm. They need it.
All right, two more.
Forward slash is this. This is a distillery blending house in Winter Park. It's super cool. It's kind of like Quantum Leap in Mills 50 in that they're taking ingredients from offsite that other people have done, and then they'll blend them together and make their own things on site. So they're going to be making their own whiskey blends, their own bourbons, vodka, all there. They're going to be opening this. It's behind the baseball fields in Winter Park, the Rollins College baseball fields. And I think it's going to be a real great addition to Winter Park and that whole stretch of Orange Avenue. And they're going to be busy all the time. They're going to do craft cocktail courses, distillery tours. That opens Saturday, 4 p.m. I'm actually going tomorrow after MegaCon, so I'm going to get it. We'll get a little tour.
That's cool.
Video, put that up on the gram for everybody.
I I know there was a place that tried to do this before over by the old Foxtail in Orange called the Bear and the Peacock, I believe it was. They tried to do that there, and then I don't know what happened to them. I know they shut that distillery down, but this has been attempted before. This is a blending room, and like you said, with Quantum Leap, they bring in wines from all over, then they blend them together to make their own proprietary
blends.
There you go. And that's cool that somebody's doing it like that, because that's how a lot of good whiskey is built, by the way.
Yeah, and they have great relationships with these other distilleries and things all around the country, and some even abroad. So it'll be really cool to see what they can come up with here locally. And then Bob himself.
All right, one more.
Science Night Live, I believe, is Saturday at 8 p.m. at the Orlando Science Center. It's the Orlando Science Center, but just for adults. They have pop-up bars and little activities. Sometimes they have strippers and burlesque people show up. It's cool.
All right. Well, very cool. Well, I appreciate that. If you missed any of that, go to bungalower.com. You can see it right up front. Literally on the front page, it says it right there. It says things happening this weekend. You click on that. You just scroll down, all the cool stuff, all the dates, all the contacts, all the information, all the ticket links. It's all right there. They make it super easy. Again, that's BUNGA lower.com. Thanks, Brendan. We appreciate it as always. Give it a good loud response from everybody.
Thanks, guys. We'll be at Smoking Donuts tonight, eating some donuts and barbecue in the Milk District.
You got it, buddy. We'll see you soon. There he is, Brendan O'Connor, 407-916-1041. Text us 770.